Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Welcome if you're new, welcome back if you are returning. My name is Lindy and this is Much Love Tarot. Hi, welcome everyone. So today we're going to be looking at the question, have the person on your mind moved on? Are they totally done? Did they leave it in the past? Is it done for when it comes to their feelings towards you? We're gonna take a look at what the tarot has to say about that for you. Um, in the meantime, for anyone that is interested in it, in the description box below, you'll find a Linktree link. If you go over there, you'll find not just my personal Instagram, but also my TikTok account. On my TikTok, I go live almost every day and do all sorts of live readings for you guys. So definitely go check that out if this was news for you. Also in the Linktree link, for anyone that feels generous and would like to donate to the channel, there you'll also find my PayPal donations as well as my Amazon wishlist. If you would like to donate a deck to the channel, that's how you can do it. As always, you can also book private readings with me still. My email address is in the description box below as well, so just send me an email. I'll get back to you with all the information that you need to know about that. For today's reading, like I said, have they moved on from their feelings for you? Keep in mind, it is a general reading, so not all messages might resonate for you. If one pile doesn't resonate, feel free to switch to some others. Or pick a different video from my channel as well, as I have multiple videos like these on there. But let's go over the piles for you. So pile number one, the question is, have they moved on from you? Pile one, you are going to be the Knight of Swords. For pile number one. Pile number two, you are going to be the Eight of Cups. And pile number three, you are going to be the King of Swords. For pile number three. So if you need some more time to figure out which pile belongs to you, then pause the video here, and otherwise I will talk to you in your reading. Hi, pile number one. So if you chose this card with the Knight of Swords, then this is going to be your reading today. So the one that this is from, the deck that this is from, is the Tarot of the Divine by Yoshitani, inspired by deities, folklore, and fairy tales from around the world. So I do want to add in the guidebook for this deck as well, to see what this card, what folklore belongs to this one. So let's take a look. The swords, we have the Knight of Swords, and the folklore that belongs to this picture is Hang Tua. It's a folklore out of Malaysia. It's a Malaysian legend. Let's see. The Knight of Swords is a strong and assertive warrior. Hang Tua, an intelligent soldier, is unafraid of leaping into battle and employing unconventional techniques to win. He is rebellious, loyal, and a fierce champion. For pile one. Okay, let's just dive in with the tarot as well. What does the tarot has to say about this furthermore? Have they moved on? Because to me, this can be... Usually when I look at this one, I always just see like someone almost like riding away from you. So moving forward, moving on. And he's looking a little bit upset as well. Angry maybe even. So to me, this feels like storming out type energy a little bit. But let's see what the tarot has to say more in depth about this whole situation. So pile number one, has your person moved on already? What is going on with them? Have they moved on? What's the situation? Okay, let me gather all the cards because they flew everywhere. Let's see. First off, we have the King of Cups. Then we have the Ten of Wands, the Six of Swords, the Chariot. We have the Six of Cups, we have the Seven of Cups, the Fool, and the Nine of Swords. Let's see, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Swords. Okay, I'm kind of getting a picture already of what's going on. So I feel like whether or not you have been in a relationship with this person, which I'm feeling more so a yes towards that, overall, definitely there are still feelings. Are they totally over it? No. But I feel like whether they left or you left, they now realize that it was for the best, for the better. The overall energy is the Three of Swords, so it's still someone, they are still very hurt over what's going on. King of Cups, an acknowledgement of that there were a lot of emotional feelings, attachment, care, and love for you. But the Ten of Wands as well, being very tired of the whole situation, tired having to continue. Chariot taking reins in their own hand, going after what it is that they want. The Six of Swords is leaving a situation that's no longer serving you. So that understanding with just tired and then just leaving because it's not gonna get any better. I feel like they do still think about it, whether there were things that they could have done differently, thinking about the good memories, the good times that you had, maybe fantasizing or thinking about all the other options that they could have done, or still options that they have. Maybe they think they still have a chance with you. And very much still thinking about it. Yes, they took, like, the Chariot is like going forward. So they did take on this challenge of, okay, let's just move on, move forward, leave this chapter behind, start a new one. And that is, I feel like, what they are doing. The Fool energy is just going for it, just enjoying life. We'll see what comes on our path, if it's something that, like, very short-term happiness. If something comes along on their path and they're like, well, sure, let's, why not? Let's do it. Let's try it. That can also be about like dating other people or getting in a relationship, or, anything that pretty much comes along their path. But at the same time, I feel like they are still reminiscing about the memories that you guys have made, and still like just like bummed out that either it didn't work out or how it played out as well. But at the same time, like, understanding that it was a bad situation, like, you're both tired. Doesn't necessarily just have to be with the relationship you were having, can also be all the baggage that they have been carrying along throughout their life, all the things that they have been dealing with, or like came along their path that they haven't dealt with properly. Everything kind of became a lot. And then them deciding, or I feel more that they decided, but it can also be that you decided to end it. The realization of just like so tired. It was for the better that we moved paths, that we, because the Six of Swords can be almost like fleeing as well. To me, Six of Swords can be about abuse as well. It doesn't have to be physical, it can also be emotional, verbal. But that is getting in that direction, and then for the better of everyone, that we leave this situation, that we move forward. So it is for the better, but they are, yeah. So have they moved on in the sense of moving forward, looking ahead? Yes. In the sense of, guys, I feel like this relationship situation is definitely one that they think about a lot, of like the lessons that they can learn from this situation. Still very hurt energy, very, very much still in their thoughts, going through it. What could I have done differently? Why did it end up this way? And they look back at the situation more so to like the fond memories. Like, we had it great. Why did it always end up in this like fight, or however it ended up? Why couldn't we see the good times when we were in it? And with that Knight of Swords, I definitely feel like he's just upset and then just like leaving. Okay, then I'm just gonna leave. So with that as well, I feel like even if you would reach out to them, they wouldn't interact with it because they're still upset, they're still hurting. They haven't processed everything yet, at least not correctly. But there is still a lot of love and care. This is a situation where, you know, if you both get drunk at the same party, you might end up together. That kind of feeling has it to it. Where if you're sober, you're both like, we shouldn't, we know we shouldn't. There is this like boundary that we both set, but there is still love for you. They still very much have love for you. Not that they're in love with you, but like they wish you all the best. They care for you. You know, they wish you no harm. But yeah, they're very much still processing everything that's going on that happened. So let's see what else for pile number 1. Has their person moved on? Have they moved on? Financial health. So for some of you, they definitely are focusing on creating that financial health. Totally went workaholic on this, focused on work, focused on making money, focused on, you know, moving forward with their life, getting that stability. We also have compassion. Like I said, I feel like they still very much have love for you there, compassion for you there. They want nothing but the best for you. But at the same time, I'm feeling that they're like, but I am not ready. Maybe as well with that financial health. Maybe that was an issue, a thing going on as well, where they felt like they didn't feel stable enough to continue. Then we also have life purpose. Life purpose. So seeing it as it was supposed to happen that way. We also have fertility. I feel like this is very much something that they realize is something that they needed to, like they are learning or going through learning the lessons that they needed to learn from this connection situation. Be open to new, so that they can like grow into a better person, you know. But it takes time. It takes time. And I feel like there are no hard feelings. They might not like what happened, but that doesn't mean that they want like bad things for you to happen or whatnot. Okay, let me get some of these. So pile number 1, your person, have they moved on? Have they moved on? Let's see what we have. So we have the sword and rose, clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, power. Okay, that really, to me, resembles that Knight of Swords. Clarity, truth. Them seeing the clarity and truth of the relationship, seeing what they did wrong. Revelation, maybe even. Protection, honor, power. Maybe with that compassion as well, that they think that now the situation between the two of you, that this is also them protecting you. I don't know how, I feel like that's more for the people where this could get a little bit abusive or toxic, where like being apart is their way of protecting you as well. I feel like this person does have a very strong sense of what is right and what is wrong. With that Knight of Swords as well. We also have keys on a ring, many options, decision, uncontroversial, string along, a one night stand. So for some of you, they might, like I said, have one night stands. If it just like comes about, if the opportunity is there, they might take it. For some of you, they might also be stringing you along. with this, with those many options as well. Decisions, having to make decisions, can not make decisions. I feel like for some of you, you're not yet at this path where it's still very much on and off, on and off, on and off, where it's more like hurting you than anything else. And we also have stabbed in the back, Jesus. Heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attack. Wow. So for others of you, this is definitely how they're feeling, that maybe they feel like you stabbed them in the back, or maybe they did the stabbing. Can also be, a thing. Heartbreak, pain, yeah, like I said, with that Three of Swords, very much still going through it, going through the pain and the heartache. So I feel like they, in a sense, have moved on, in the sense of they are continuing with their life, focusing on other things, not wanting to think about it too much. But at the same time, I feel like they haven't really recovered fully. Like I said, there are still emotions there, still heartbreak, pain, things that they're going through, thinking about like good, happy memories that they had with you. Because I feel like this person is still very much in all the emotions, the good, the bad, the ugly, the what ifs. So I want to end this reading with some messages. What is it that they would like to tell you, if they could? We'll just see how this fits in, because usually this is about like love readings. I use this deck for love readings, but let's just see what comes up. What is it that they would like to tell you if they could? What would they like to tell pile number one? Okay, let's see. We have, I know I messed everything up. We have, it was my fault, but I blamed you. I love you. And I want to tell you how I feel with this as well, because underneath the deck of that one, I saw there was the talking. Yes, talking. Interested. What does that say? Conversing more. Awaited message. Arrives, text, calls, emails, hovering. Where I was a bit where it's like, does your person want to talk to you or talk it out or have like a conversation about what happened? Clearly, with that I want to tell you how I feel, them realizing like they messed up, it was their fault, but like, they messed up, they still care, like I said with that King of Cups as well, that there's still a lot of love for you there. So I feel like very mixed with this one, where on the outside it seems like they're just like continuing focusing on work, but there's still a lot of hurt and pain that they still need to grieve over, work through. In the meantime, them realizing what it is that they have done. Same, like I said, with stabbed in the back. For some of you, it might also be a situation where they cheated on you and you were like, I'm not dealing with this shit, which you shouldn't. And them now like realizing what's going on. I still love you. Very clingy as well. So yeah, have they moved on? I don't think so. They're still very much living in the emotions, experiencing the emotions that go along with this. I feel like it's like where one day they are very much, I still like and love pile number one. I wish pile number one the best. I don't wish them any harm. I want them to be happy. And then the other day they're like, oh, I messed up and it's my fault and I'll never find anyone like you. And where it's very much like, what do you want? Basically. Like, either you're not right, we're not right for each other, or you want me back, but like what do you want? So no, I don't think they totally are over you. They're very much still in the middle of their emotions, processing everything, realizing what happened, and learning their lessons. So, yes, I am gonna leave the reading here for you guys. I hope it was helpful. I hope it resonated and gave you some insight. Please let me know how it resonated because I would like to read about it in the comments down below. Like the video if you enjoyed watching this. Subscribe if you haven't already because that's very helpful for me. As well as hit that notification bell if you want to receive notifications every time a new video is up. In the meantime, go kick ass. And hopefully I will talk to you guys again in the next reading. Hi, pile number 2. So if you chose this card with the 8 of Cups, then this is going to be your reading today. So this card comes from the deck, the Tarot of the Divine by Yoshitani, inspired by deities, folklore, and fairy tales from around the world. So I wanted to take a look at what folklore this is in the guidebook. Let me give it a second. Let me look it up. So the 8 of Cups is about Moses, a Hebrew legend. The 8 of Cups represents leaving good things behind in the pursuit of higher ideals. Moses was raised as a prince of Egypt, but realizes he needed to sacrifice his royal life and wealth to pursue a spiritual and ascetic one. It's walking away, introspection, escapism, withdrawal, and seeking truth. For you guys, so have they truly moved on? I feel like this is more a card of like still there being emotion, but like I said, sacrificing self for the greater good, knowing that either one of the two deserved better, both of y'all deserved better, you weren't right for each other, there was nothing necessarily wrong, but it just wasn't right as well. For some of you, it might also be that there needed to be a break for them to focus either on work or study or school for the long-term greater good as well. Where with this one, I feel like you're still very like on their mind, like a fond memory. I don't think they necessarily want to like get over this situation 100%. But let's take a look at what the tarot has to say for you. Pile number 2. Has their person moved on completely? Okay, we have a lot. Let's see what everything is that popped up. Gather everything, and then we'll take a look at what we have. So first off, we have the 9 of Swords. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the 4 of Wands. We have the 5 of Wands. The 2 of Pentacles. The King of Swords. The 3 of Swords. The 9 of Pentacles. Okay, we have more than I expected, than I wanted, but we'll make it work. We also have Justice, the 3 of Pentacles, the World, and the Ace of Swords. Will that fit? Barely, but if it fits, it sits. Let's see, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands. Okay. So have they moved on? No, I don't think so. I think they definitely see you as a soul connection, maybe even soulmate, perfect partner. With the 4 of Wands, for some of you, I definitely feel that there is distance, physical distance between the two of you. There's missing here as well. The World having an ending, they're like, you know, I feel like they are not ready. This is going to be maybe weird, but like they're not ready for marriage as well. And I feel like they see you as a marriage potential partner here. Where, like how the situation was, they did try. They did try so hard to get like balance everything out. But at the same time, they were getting hurt in the process. They've tried with that 3 of Pentacles working together on it as well, but decided where it's like better for everyone, for you and them, to be single for a while, to focus on that, because I feel like with that 5 wands there was a lot of unnecessary like conflict or arguing, where they felt that they couldn't continue the way that it was going, and it needed like a break or a timeout or just some rest. So have they completely gone over you? No, definitely not, because they still see you as that, like the both of you, as the king and queen of swords, you know, which is a perfect couple. And even though with the world you have an ending of a cycle, you also have the ace of swords, which is a new beginning, a new idea. Maybe them wanting to have a talk with you, or a still conversation or friendship, or you know. I feel like they're very, I don't want to say worried, but they understand the shitty situation that they put you in by choosing this. That this is also not a choice that either of you wanted to make, but I feel like they definitely feel that this was the best decision in order to get both of your lives more in balance, in peace, in calmer water. Just like it was with Moses, where he left like everything that, you know, and anyone could wish, you know, wealth, a prince, you know, a palace. For the greater good, he had to leave it behind. And I feel like they might feel the same way about this situation with you as well. Where continuing like it was, this to me is just like so frustrating, because to me, I honestly feel that whoever walked away did do the right thing, but that doesn't mean that it's not sad, or it doesn't mean that it was a bad situation, you know, or even maybe that you couldn't overcome it, because I feel like you could, but it just took a toll on the both of y'all. I don't want to say that it was an unnecessary toll, but it was breaking pieces of each other and the connection and the relationship. So I feel like this was more in order to save the relationship in the future. This is what was the best option, not necessarily like it was not a selfish decision. It was not a selfish option. And I feel like they're still struggling with them having to make that decision and the other person maybe not understanding. Where it's like, could we have worked it through? Because I feel like there is still like distance between the two of you, missing you. Maybe they even like send you a message where it's like, can we work it through? Can we work it out? Or, you know, because there is the will to work it out. But I feel like right now there is still a lot of hurt. Building on that, this relationship would not have survived. Because it would break apart. So I'm feeling like they kind of want to save this relationship connection for the future and come back to it when they're more healed, when there's not that stress or maybe even distance, or the external influence in the relationship, you know. So have they moved on? No. Okay, let's see what else for pile number 2. Has their person moved on? Look at that. We have love. They definitely still love and care for you. We also have forgiveness. Them hoping you forgive them, and you'll like I feel like this desire to be understood, for you to understand where they were coming from. If it's the other way around, them understanding and forgiving you for the decision, but that just depends how it resonates in this situation for you. but definitely so much love still here. We also have happiness. So they definitely see you as the person that, like I said, is the perfect match that makes them complete as well as bring in happiness. So I definitely don't I don't think that they totally are over you and the connection here. Okay, I want one more. Pile this one. Let's see. That is compassion. Compassion. Still, like I said, still there's still so much love and care and compassion, and they want the best for you in life, even if that turns out later on that that's not this person, you know. They're willing to risk it for your happiness. Because I think if this person was like selfish, they wouldn't have ended things. Okay, let's take a look. Pile number 2. Are they totally over pile number 2? Is their person totally over them? Okay. Let's see what we have. So first off, we have the Phoenix with new phase, rekindle, renewal, transformation, growth, and changing mind. So definitely I think that's what they're like hoping for or going at with the Phoenix, to have a renewal with you at some point. New beginnings, starting over. They are so not over you. We also have the Snake, competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. I feel like this is a little bit of a we call it like, I don't know what the English expression is, but it's like the extreme, you know, the risk, where they see, because I feel like they might string you along a little bit, or sometimes send you like an hey, or where you go like, what do you want? You made the decision, now what? That they are scared for you to move on with someone else. And that's where that toxicity might pop its head up. Um, Sometimes. For others of you, you might see them dating other people, and I feel like that's just like them seeing whether or not they can recreate this connection or like moving forward or whatnot. We have a hand of cards, take a chance, risk, being strategic, options, not showing hand, gambling. And I feel like that's what it is, where they're not showing like their hand with that snake as well, where they might like reach out to you, but they're not open up front with you and honest with you what it is that they want from contacting you. Um, Even admitting that they don't want to lose you, but at the same time they know they shouldn't be with you. Very back and forward. We also have self-indulgence, focus on self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. And this is what they want, or what their idea was that they spent their time doing. Um, Focusing on self, working on self, healing, getting their ducks in a row, figuring everything out, working on themselves, their shadow side. We also have girl talk, time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. So maybe they see you do that as well. Maybe they have those type of vibes of just going out, don't care about anything else. I feel like that's just a little bit what they're scared of, that you might be doing that, you know, moving forward from them, and them like holding that little line open, because they don't want to lose you 100% to someone else. But they're not ready, you know, very, where I feel like they just should talk to you about this. maybe it also hit the realization that maybe you are, like, from what they see, you are happily single. You are going out with friends, having girl talk, sleepovers, um, living in the moment and having fun, not thinking about this person, and that might bug them a little bit as well. Okay, but they're giving so much like hot and cold, but it's just coming from insecurity almost. Like them needing, they know they need this time apart, but at the same time, they are so scared if they take this time that after that time you are no longer going to be there, because they still see you as that perfect partner. So I want to end this reading with some messages for you guys. What is it that they would like to tell you and whatnot? I usually use this for love readings, but I'm just curious as to what it says to this situation with you as well. So let's just see how this fits in. So what would they like to tell pile number 2? What would they like to tell pile number 2? Oh, one more shuffle. What would they like to tell pile number 2? Okay. So we have, I left when I saw you with someone else. So this can also be them wanting to talk to you, sending a message, but saw that you were like happily single, moving forward, seemingly not interested in them. And then they go like, okay, let's just leave pile number 2. I couldn't let you get close to me. Again, I feel like there has been a moment where you're like, okay, talk to me. Just tell me what is going on. And they're like, I can't, because they're either embarrassed or they didn't know as well. I know that I crossed the line with you. I'm seeing, reflecting. You came closer than anyone, which scares the living crap out of them. We also, I know exactly what I was doing. Again, pushing away, maybe toxic traits, behaviors. I look for you everywhere, still very much thinking about you. I'm so attracted to you. So yes, has this person moved on? No. I don't think that they have. Like I said, this was a situation where they understood that it was for the better for the both of you to separate, but at the same time, they cannot seem to help but miss you, get involved with you, keep that line open to see whether or not you're still there, if they are still working on healing themselves and that you're there at the end of it. So very confused as well. Not happy in a situation as it is, but at the same time, then you get that push and pull, right? Where the decision has already been made to sacrifice the relationship for the focus on self, but then comes but there are still a lot of feelings and care and a perfect match and maybe even a soul connection, which is even harder to ignore, and a lot of love and compassion for each other. So yes, have they moved on? No, definitely not. It can be hard to deal with a person like this. Set healthy boundaries for them. Go like, look, what depending on what it is that you want from this person. Like, let's give each other like no Instagram stalking. Let's block each other for like 3 months everywhere. And then after those 3 months, we will unblock and see if we're like, then we can have a talk or whatever. But set healthy boundaries with this person. Definitely. So yes, I am gonna leave the reading here for you guys. I hope it was helpful. I hope it resonated. Please let me know if it did down below. Also, let me know if there's anything that you would like to see me ask next. Like the video if you enjoyed watching this one. Subscribe if you haven't already as well. Become one of the subscribe members here. That's really helpful for me. Hit that notification bell if you would like to receive notifications every time a new video is up. In the meantime, go kick ass, live your life. Maybe have a little bit of girl talk with your friends, or boy talk. I don't know. But yes, go kick ass. You got this. And hopefully I will talk to you guys again in the next reading. Hi, pile number 3. So if you chose the King of Swords, then this is gonna be your reading today. So this card comes from the deck Tarot of the Divine by Yoshitani, inspired by deities, folklore, and fairy tales from around the world. So I wanted to start this reading off with reading the guidebook on this, which folklore belongs to this, which I already seen. It's a Sphinx. So let's see. So the question today again is have they totally moved on? Let's take a look what this has to say. Or not a sphinx, I'm sorry, griffin. It is a griffin from the Persian mythology. The King of Swords represents wisdom enhanced by power. The griffin is a noble and intelligent creature soaring over land and sea, a symbol for patience, perseverance, and judgment. Okay. So have they moved on? With this one, I'm getting a bit where I feel like from the outside, they're not showing it, definitely. So we need to take a look at what's going on the inside, if they're just like very stoic on the outside, or if that's also something that represents their inside thinking and whatnot. Because from the outside, I'm looking where it's like, no. Or that they have moved on. That they have moved on. But let's take a look. What is going on? Where I feel like this person doesn't want to show or let out emotion or anything for that matter. So let's take a look. Pile number 3. Has your person totally moved on? Have they moved on? So let's see what we have so far and if we need some more cards. I don't think so, but let's take a look. So we have the 4 of Wands, we have the 5 of Cups, we have the 6 of Cups, and we have Justice. Then we have the 2 of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Sun. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Cups. Okay, I was so not expecting this. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups in combination with that King of Swords. I'm just like, oh okay. There might be a surprise message coming in where you're not expecting, because at the moment, I feel like they are acting that King of Swords, which is like no contact, maybe even. And if there is contact, very cold and short and, you know, not too deliberate, where I feel like there might be a message coming in where they want to have a talk. Or have a new beginning or a new start. I was so not expecting it. That's kind of throwing me off. At the moment, they're very indecisive whether or not they should like call you or text you, or that they shouldn't and leave it out. We have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, which is both new starts, new beginnings, renewal as well. The 4 of Wands very much missing you. There might be some distance between the two of you, but definitely missing you. Grieving still with that 5 cups, but like alone, very lonely. When they're like alone someone, then they have the time to really grieve and maybe even cry. We have the 6 of Cups, having still a lot of thinking about the memories, the good times, good memories that they had with you. Justice, for some of you, you might be going through a divorce with this person, or you have had a divorce with this person, but this just reminds me a bit that they weren't fond of the idea, or maybe regretting getting a divorce. But definitely regretting the break or whatever happened there. For some of you, it might also have been like a necessity where you guys had to break up because of like work or some sort of contract that they needed to oblige to, and then couldn't contact you, or it became long distance, with they thought that they, like either of you thought that was not something doable, and then you broke up, you know. And the Sun overall, just happiness. I feel like they see you as their happiness as well, but from the outside they're just so cold and not showing it. And like, I feel like they might even call you or call you up crying or very emotional, but it's going to be very sudden. All of a sudden, you weren't expecting it. Maybe even for some of you, while they are like dating someone else, where you're like, okay, they're dating someone else, and then all of a sudden they call you and you're like, what's going on? And then realizing like, I miss you, pile number 3. I don't know what I'm doing, but the person I'm dating right now, it's not you. And I miss you and the good times. So this is very, I was not expecting this from from that King of Swords. Yeah. So they have not recovered from the breakup. They definitely are very much seeing that new beginning with the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, the new start. It's just a matter of how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna... And then all of a sudden they just do it. Call you, text you, send you a message or DM. So pile number 3. Have they moved on? So we have good luck. Maybe they're waiting for a little bit of luck. Waiting for the right timing as well. We have courage, so definitely trying to find the courage to contact you. We also have trust. With that, I feel like they are kind of like right now trusting like the universe and divine timing. That if it's supposed to be, that luck will come their way, and that either you send them a message or it will come back, or like, you know, pull through. Okay, let's see what else. Pile number 3. Has that person moved on from them? Has that person moved on? So we have the Chaser, with Chaser in codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issues. So it might also be a codependent relationship that you had with this person. This is very much a Chaser. So no, they have not. We also have girl talk, time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. So for some of you, I feel very hot and cold. One moment, the moment that they're alone, they're very much craving your attention. And the moment when they're like not alone, they're like, oh, I'm happy single, I'm fine, I'm doing all right, you know. But at the same time, I feel like they might not want to see you have fun as well. We also have the snake, competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. So like I said, for some of you, I feel like they might be dating someone else as well. In the meantime, trying to eat their cake twice. They might also see you move on and like a little bit like stalking you online, or looking you up, looking at your stories, trying to figure out whether or not you are dating someone else as well, and want to see those people as competition as well. Wow, okay, I was so not expecting this. To me, this is getting like the more cards I get, the more toxic I'm feeling. But that's like an extreme, so that extreme emotion like comes through more easily. But I definitely feel that from the outside, this is a very calm, collected person, got their shit in order. It's not someone that acts out of emotion, and then all of a sudden, here's all the emotion. But at the same time, I feel like they are trusting the universe that this was just something that they needed to go through in hopes of this connection coming back to them. And maybe them as well having the courage to message you, because I feel like they will message you. So let's see what else. So this deck I usually use for love readings. They're like little messages, but I just want to use them for this one and just see how it resonates, how it fits in. So let's just take a look. Pile number 3. What is it that they would like to tell you? Pile number 3, if they could. What would they like to tell pile number 3 if they could? Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, I missed that. I love you. Okay. I am afraid to contact you. Like I said, I feel like they will contact you, but they're kind of still gathering the courage to actually send you a message. We need to let each other go. That's what they keep telling themselves as well. Because there is that, right, where they're like, okay, we need to let each other go. I need to let pile number 3 go. But at the same time, there's like still that love, that care, afraid to contact you. Maybe they did something that, like, I don't know, that if they call you, you would start just yelling at them. We also have, I wish I could take back my words. So maybe that's why they're scared to contact you, of what they said as well. You speak to me through music. So yes, definitely a lot going on. I don't think they have totally gone over or like processed or moved on from you in this connection. Definitely not. They're still very much thinking about it and even thinking about contacting you, even though they're scared of it. I feel like they will, in the end, they will gather up the courage to do so, to have a talk with you about this. So yes, I am gonna leave the reading here for you guys. I hope it was helpful. I hope it resonated. If it did, please let me know in the comments down below. I know it was a short one, but if you enjoyed this one, definitely give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, because that's very helpful for me. Hit that notification bell if you would like to receive notifications every time a new video is up. In the meantime, go kick ass. Expect this message to come in for you. Go kick ass. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and hopefully I will talk to you guys again in the next reading.